baby. Welcome to Nerd Positive. This is a Facebook and YouTube live podcast that celebrates everything we feel is awesome and hopes of spreading our fandom to you. After the live show, you can catch us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and anywhere else you find your audio fix. Each week, we dive into the hearts of fandom, celebrating the things we love. From sci-fi to fantasy, movies to TV shows, and comics to video games, we explore the universes that have captured our imaginations and made us lifelong fans. Expect passionate discussions, in-depth analyses, side quests, and maybe even a few things under the bed. So whether you're a die-hard yippee-ki-yay motherfucker or just dipping your toes in the fandom waters, Nerd Positive is the place to be. I'm your host, the self-proclaimed Emperor of Awesome, Bradley Buchanan, and with me every week I got the mostest of the co-hostess.
You're getting there. You're getting there.
I will not screw it up one time.
It's okay. It's all right.
I have the unverified twin of Dwayne The Rock Johnson in the eyebrows. The unverified twin of Dave Bautista in the head wrinkles. The unverified twin of Carl Weathers in the mustache.
The flavor saver.
The unverified twin of Tony Todd in the right earlobe. And the unverified twin of Shamar Moore in the nipples.
Yes, sir.
Brian, how are you today? What are we talking about?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to our lovely podcast, the best part of our week. Thank you all for surviving the pandemic and now testing Nerd Positive. My name is Brian S. Dennis. Well, this week the S stands for Rainbow Bright, because we're talking about characters that have a color in their name. So again, I grew up, Rainbow Bright's probably my first foray into this, but rainbow actually isn't a color, but it is all the colors. But we're going to talk about that. And of course, we have our Nerdageddon Tournament of Awesomeness, which is what we're going to lead with. But also, we got our favorites of the week. And like always, Brad, we're going to see if you want to wrestle.
Yes, I am looking forward to getting that. The last week, man, we had a good time. We had a special trivia night for Cecil, and it was a good time. We're going to do it again very, very soon. We're going to celebrate all things Liam Neeson and Leslie Nielsen.
Yes.
Which that's, I guess I never really, until I said it out loud, there is that like connection there,
pretty similar. The names are pretty similar.
Yeah.
Of course, it was Leslie, though. If you kidnapped his daughter, I think you wouldn't be as worried if you kidnapped Leslie Nielsen's daughter as you would Liam Neeson's.
Correct.
Yeah. But one did make a series of movies with O.J. Simpson, so there is something to be said for that.
Right. And for some reason it fit.
If only he was still around, you gotta wonder how they would explain. Maybe they'll do a nod to it in the new Naked Gun, like, hey, where's the detective, whoever he was in the original? Where is he? Like,
well, they show his son in the trailer.
So right. So maybe and maybe they can put the rest of Diddy trial. Maybe they'll solve the Diddy trial during the.
Oh, that would be so cool, man! If they Diddy is OJ's son. Oh, that would have been
just some miscellaneous enough for baby oil. It's like, oh shoot, because I couldn't catch why he's a little slippery. So yes. By the way, if for things that nobody wants under the bed, it would be Diddy. All right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Oh, buddy.
Who would you rather be under the bed, Pennywise or Diddy?
Well, how old am I? Am I my age? Am I a middle-aged white man? Then I think I'm okay.
We'll put you at 21. Who are you more afraid of, Diddy?
Pennywise, man.
The bed, Diddy or Pennywise?
I think I'm definitely going to be Diddy.
Yeah. I feel like
it's be Diddy or Diddy not.
Yeah. Nice. I may have won the episode. I feel like we could I think I could maybe bargain a little bit with Pennywise. Like, look,
What
get
if
it.
Pennywise is
Diddy. Well, they've got the origin story coming out, right? So maybe
We
they'll
do.
weave some of that
Welcome to
into that.
Derry.
Yeah.
I think it comes out in August, actually.
Yeah.
There's a
So
trailer out. I know that.
yeah. So again, or you remember the old school Bozo? What if
Mm-hmm.
Pennywise is really Sideshow Bob?
Ooh.
Yes.
Man.
Yes.
So I was listening to a podcast when I was taking Anna back to her mom today, and I forget which one it was, but somebody made the point. What if Darkwing Duck is the prequel to DuckTales?
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Do you buy? I mean, like,
Yeah. I
this is
totally
my
see
head
that.
canon now. I haven't
could
seen either one of
totally
these
see
for a
that.
long time.
I could
but-
totally see that.
Yeah, but
You
like,
see, yeah.
yeah.
In my head was that Howard the Duck, once he's stranded here long enough, he actually adopts Darkwing as his alternate, as his secret identity. So yeah, I know he's Drake Mallard in the show. I'm like, what if Howard becomes Drake Mallard, who becomes Darkwing Duck? I mean, that was my fan cast like at I don't know 7. So yeah, even then I was like, wait, what about? So what this tells you folks is that when you're nerd positive, the symptoms start developing at a really young age. So yes.
Do you remember VR Troopers?
Yes.
There's a comic out now. Like, there's a comic out for everything now.
Sure.
And I haven't read it yet. I'm gonna read it probably tomorrow because I just get so much other stuff because I get caught. Predator versus. I'll talk about this with my favorites too, but Predator. Well, here, how about this? Let's go into the favorites. How about that? All right. I'll go first if you don't mind.
Go for it.
TV show countdown, and we'll talk a little. We'll talk a little bit about Ironheart. My game of the week or Sunderfolk's good fun game. All right, comics, man. Predator versus Spider-Man issue number 3 came out.
Okay.
And the title is misleading because it should be Predators. How many?
Gotcha.
Give me a guess. How many do you think?
I'm gonna go 3. I'm gonna go 3.
4.
Close. Okay.
4 Predators.
Okay.
And maybe there's gonna be more against Spider-Man. But guess who else is in the fray? Guess who is on the hunt for the Predators?
Punisher.
I already gave you a hint.
I'm going Punisher.
No.
Wolverine.
Raven.
Of course.
Craven.
Of course it would be Craven. Of course.
Right? And dude, Benjamin Bruce, he's already one of my favorite writers.
Now that's what they should have done for the Craven movie.
Dude.
They should have done a crossover with Predator. That absolutely would have made more. That would have been a better movie. And I think that people would have been like, okay, because just from a financial standpoint, at this point, more people know Predator and Predators versus Craven. So you could have tied that into, so they can do it in a comic. There's already got to be some type of agreement. Okay, can we do the crossover with our characters? That would have made a lot of sense. Especially if you dropped what if you dropped the Predators and the aliens into the MCU somehow?
It could happen. They're in the comics. So right now there's Aliens versus Avengers.
Right.
Do you know?
I was thinking if they can squeeze out one more Guardians movie. Could you see Rocket's team going against the aliens?
Absolutely, dude. So do you know who is kind of? They introduced a brand new alien mixed with Mr. Sinister. Yeah,
that would be cool.
Yeah, I'm buying that trade as soon as it comes out.
That would be cool.
Yeah,
that
man.
Would be cool.
But dude, comics are killing it right now. I got yet to read. I got Absolute Batman number 9. I've read that one. This is Bane. This is the introduction of Bane, and he straight up kicks the living shit out of Batman. And yeah, man,
should.
Absolutely, it's so good, man. And then favorite movies, F1 is, dude, one of the best movies I've seen in a long time.
Okay.
And man, so I took Leia to see Megan a couple hours ago. We just got back 5:30. And dude, I liked it. It was just good fun. It was just good, stupid fun.
Is Megan the new Chucky? Is Megan the new Child's Play?
No, they went actually in a more of a different direction.
Okay.
She's not a murder bot. She's like more of like a protector bot now, like more like
I've
good.
seen the trailer, but I mean
Yeah.
that. But you know how it Leprechaun did a little bit, but then where they really maximized Child's Play was that cult following that people, even though Chucky is meant to be the villain and is throughout, a killer, people still rooted for Chucky, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't know if we get to a point with Megan of yes, the protector bot, but just has that cult following of people just the character is so popular. We talked before that when we talk about, because we're going to wrestle here in a moment, that when someone is a really cool heel or villain, then they become popular, right? Because they're just cool. So I don't know if Megan had kind of reached that level.
I can see it going there. I can definitely see. I think we're at least going to get one more. But she's not the bad guy. Okay. She's not the bad guy at all. Sure. And they do it in a good way. I mean, like you could tell that like they're this is actually a pretty decent story. Okay. I mean, they're like, okay, cool, you're the bad guy number one. You're definitely not the bad guy number two. Whatever. Yeah. But I mean, definitely go see it.
Can we get Megan v. Barbie?
Yes, absolutely.
I want to see who Ken picks.
That, you know what? Knuff. That's Knuff out of you. Knuff out of you, Brian S. Dennis.
All right, my friend. Any other favorites?
You know what? F1. That movie's so good.
I'm gonna check out F1. That sounds really good.
Yep. That's it, man. What about you?
All right. So similarly, really the countdown. It was so good. It was almost like it was supernatural.
You just won the episode, man. That's it. That's it.
After that first scene, I was like, with the first scene with Milo, I was like, A, why didn't he fly away? And B, I thought it was gonna be This Is Us.
Yeah.
But with that being said, okay, enough of that. Countdown is really good. We never talk Ironheart. And then we didn't get a chance because we missed a couple of weeks. I've watched Predator. I've watched the new animated Predators movie a few times. That was
Killer of Killers.
I am so excited for the sequel. I mean, every story got better and better and better. And the mom from the North story, I was so, and again, not delve into spoil, but the way they kept her character still in this, I was like, yes, that is what I wanted, because she was my favorite of the characters. So
yeah, I agree. I did really feel like that. I felt the pilot really felt out of place in there, but I understand why they had it, because they needed somebody to, But man, dude, okay, is that animation better than Spider-Man in the Spider-Verse?
No.
Okay.
Just by the fact that more people can watch the Spider-Verse movies, but I would say that within the canon of the Predator franchise, it's up there. It's really, especially because if you caught the end, they tied it to Prey.
Yeah,
they tied it to Prey. So,
and Badlands is, I think, in November. So I mean, Badlands is coming out this year.
So I mean, again, for a franchise that was started and kind of dipped, and then they went some more popcorn movie tying in aliens. This was a really good, anything that gets to delve more into the Predator species, the Predator homeworld. And again, that is all about the hunt. I really enjoyed that, and that's why I keep saying, like, we can delve. I want Thanos versus like that alpha predator that they had. Like, I want to see that. That's what I want. So if they bring back What If, which there is no need to, but if they have to bring back What If, step outside a little bit.
Marvel, hire all new writers.
Yes.
And tell what ifs.
Yes.
That we give a fuck about.
Yeah, don't create what ifs that are basically gonna be like, Yeah.
I don't need to see any more Captain Carter.
No.
It was good. I mean, we got Haley Atwell. You got her some good stuff.
Even the niche characters, like, again, we've already mentioned Howard the Duck, but when you start beating those characters over the head, then it's not cool, because a one and done. But when you start expanding out the episodes, where it's like, okay, what is this? Unless what made the first season or two good is that you saw how this connected to larger MCUs. But now these are more one shots that just live within the What If series.
Yeah.
Then it's just like, oh, here's just an idea. Well, it's an idea that we really want to see, right? So yeah.
Yeah. Just give us the Marvel Zombies. Give us the Marvel Zombies animated show and make your money, and we'll all be happy. I mean, you're going to be able to get a lot of toys. There's going to be a lot of merchandising. Speaking of, dude, Spaceballs 2.
Yes, finally, the quest for more money. Absolutely.
Yes. Absolutely. Or is it going to be Spaceballs 3, the search for Spaceballs 2?
Yes, as long as, and I'm so glad it got done with Mel Brooks still being able to have a lot to do with it.
Today's his birthday. Today he is 99 years old today. Right?
Wow. Yes.
So yes, Mel, we love you.
Okay. Absolutely. All right, my friend. So beyond that, I told you before, countdown, and then let's talk a little bit about Ironheart before we hop into our wrestling.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so I was really excited for this because I really like Ironheart in the comics, and I love how they handled Ryu Williams in Wakanda Forever. And when I saw the cast who was going to be in, also this could be really good. And we were texting what kind of my thoughts. The first 2 episodes I really enjoyed. They lost some steam with me at episode 3. Unfortunately, they lost a little bit with me at episode 3. I love the AI. I love the Natalie AI piece of it. At times, that can be a little overbearing, but I do like the Natalie AI. I also really love the Hood character. I have read the comics with Hood in it multiple times. That's a character that I was excited to see coming to the MCU, but and even some of the other things, but some of the decisions they made in episode 3, I was like, well, darn. So
yeah, man, I am with you pretty much all the way, except for me. I felt that episode 1 was the worst out of the 3.
Okay.
Episode 1 did not get me. Episode 2 did. Episode 2 was good, and then episode 3, then it kind of dropped a little bit again.
Sure.
Because they have some really, really good casting. They have some good actors, and then they have really bad ones. For me, the two they're fighters.
Yeah, the twins, the blood twins, I think what they call them. Yeah,
right. Yeah, they're horrible.
Why?
And also, the fighting didn't even match. I mean, there's one scene where he kicks a dude in the shin and he flies back and it's like a slow-mo pretty much. It was so horrible. The fight choreography is bad. I mean, dude, I don't buy that they can fight any fight, that they can win any fight, especially in the MCU.
Well, the other piece of it is when you look at the and again, spoiler alerts, but you look at the Hood's crew. Okay, so Riri makes sense. Ironheart makes sense, right? And then you've got Clown. Then you've got Slug. So they make sure these are high level people at what they do, hacking, explosives. You've got the Hood. You've got his cousin. But you're right. The twins are just thugs, right? So they're not even powered thugs. So we just have 2 people that like to fight, and we're making money fighting each other, which goes all right. They don't present them as extremely intelligent, anything of that nature. They wanted to have an Ocean's 11 feel, and I think they were close, but right, that casting didn't make sense. The mom character, which I really want to like, she's almost, how can I say this? She's almost too supportive. So they wanted to, you can tell they want to integrate like an Aunt May type character and that type of relationship.
Yeah.
Really, she's meant to be kind of the amalgam of Iron Man, picking up Iron Man's legacy, but also the young, growing superhero that they now with what we had with the third Spider-Man movie, now in a world that doesn't have Peter Parker, at least right now. Yeah. So I get that. So you want to have that family member that you can talk to and is supportive and all these things, but she's too okay. Like, oh great, you made an AI that's your dead best friend. Okay, hi.
Which is the show stealer.
Yes.
Natalie is the best part of the show.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I mean, I still probably want Jarvis as my AI, but I would take Natalie over Friday.
Okay, so Friday, the voice of Friday is
Mhm.
actually the the actress Carrie Condon is in F1.
Did not know that.
That was almost
Did
going to
not
be your
know that.
constellation tonight.
Woo.
It's not.
Glad it was not, because I would have not gotten that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's pieces of it, and again, this definitely is a spoiler.
Mm-hmm.
I am a huge. By the way, I love the Eric Andre sighting. That was nice.
Yeah.
But I am a huge fan of Manny Montana, going back to Graceland, the Good Girls.
Mm-hmm.
And so his character now obviously was what happened kind of the end of episode 3. Like the character may still be involved somehow, but just that was like, okay. And it also seemed very unheroic what happened. That seemed
Yeah.
very unheroic, and for her to have now the impact of her actions, that makes sense. But it goes like, you were in the suit.
Mm-hmm.
There was nothing it was almost like, all right. And so it was very
Yeah.
unavengerish, if you will, a very unsuperhero. So that took me out. And again, and also because I'm trying to be a little gracious with what happened. Matter of fact, they had an actor that I'm a big fan of, and I felt one of my favorite characters with 3 episodes into the series. So that really kind of like, also, just real quick, and this because this is both of our brains do this regardless. Every time that I would see the Hood, I'm looking for him to have an Autobot show up. Like, it was just so hard for me not to have the Autobot. But yeah, so again, Parker Robbins, I really like Anthony Ramos. Again, just was a little. I was like, okay, are we gonna get an Optimus sighting? So, all right.
Man, well said. I don't got anything else to add on Ironheart. I'll watch the final 3 episodes.
Yep.
The fact that they're releasing everything in 2 weeks is kind of like, all right, whatever. But I guess it's only 6 episodes, so it is what it
They
is.
have not had a series. The only series that they've had recently that's been more than 6 was Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. They've been living in the 6-episode world now, I think, for most of their because I believe Secret Invasion was 6, Hawkeye was 6, Echo was 6. I think almost all of their true MCU series, maybe some of the Star Wars have been a little longer, but the MCU series, I think they've been living around 6 episodes, which if you're also only going to have 6 episodes, why not just drop them all?
Yeah.
8 or 10 makes more sense to do it over a series of, I mean, it gives you 2.5 months. But when it's 6 episodes, pardon me, because just drop them all.
Especially when they're only like 30-minute episodes.
Right.
I mean, you're getting it's a 3-hour movie. I mean,
yeah,
that's the way you got to look at it here.
Yeah,
so like
that's exactly what you're looking at. Yeah,
man, yeah. I mean, I'm looking forward to it, and the Hood is good, but Natalie is the scene stealer.
Yes, and again, I'm sure we will, given they've developed this, I'm sure this will be pulled into the larger Avenger team, which will be great. And the other piece of it is, because the Natalie would be something very cool. I mean, that's to replace what we lost with Jarvis and Vision, or Vision. Apparently, albino Vision still out there someplace.
Yeah.
Has anybody seen Paul Bettany? Like seriously, like, I mean, you gotta. I think I remember when we were watching WandaVision, I actually said, like, this poor guy, like, he's always typecast as an albino. He finally gets guess what? You gotta be an android, but guess what? At the end of everything, he's gonna be an albino android. Like, at some point, this has got to be so irritating. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, Paul Bettany. Oh, apparently there's more than one Paul Bentley. All right. I'll look that up later. Cool.
Don't worry. All right, dude.
Man. So, hey, Brian.
You there?
You want to wrestle?
Let's wrestle, sir. All right.
Man, you lead this, man. You got to talk about it.
Yeah. So last night, so Bradley and I, are big fans of wrestling, primarily WWE. And so yesterday, we're recording on Sunday, June 29th. So yesterday, June 27th. From Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, was the King and Queen of the Ring premium live event that featured primarily with the finals of the King of the Ring tournament, the Queen of the Ring tournament, as well as a couple matches going on here. I'm sorry, not the pay-per-view is actually called Night of Champions, but it featured the tournament finals. Brad, I remember Night of Champions was, before we get to the actual card, I remember Night of Champions either one of two things. Either it was a night when all the titles were on the line.
Yeah.
Or at least every match was a title match, because
WWE
had 11, 12, 13 titles. So and you couldn't always have every title without having to be a 5-hour show. Or they did a thing a few years ago where they would have the champions wrestle the champions. So I think the last time they did that was AJ. The main event was AJ Styles versus Brock Lesnar. So when we look at this year's Night of Champions, we had of actual championship, man, we're going through the full card in a moment. We had there were only 2 championship matches and a card called Night of Champions.
Yeah. I really wondered about that too.
Yes. So, but with that being said, let's run it through. So we'll take the card in order. So I'll just go through this, then we'll just chat about it a little bit. So the first match, which was the finals of the King of the Ring tournament, the way the King and Queen of the Ring tournament works is that the winner of the tournament takes on their brand's respective world champion. With Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton both being on SmackDown, whoever wins this match will take on the winner of the main event later in the night. So at this one, it was Randy Orton losing to Cody Rhodes. What are your thoughts on that match? You good with Cody winning?
Yeah, man, that was one of those, like, I didn't care who won. Either way, it made sense. He could have gone from there.
Yeah.
Personally, I think my heart wanted Orton to win, but my brain knew that it was gonna be Cody Rhodes.
Absolutely. I think once Cody beat Jey Uso, I think we knew it was going to be Cody.
Yeah.
I think the only way it worked out differently was for it to be Jey. Then you'd have one person from Raw, meaning Jey, one person from SmackDown, meaning Orton. So it had Orton won, it would have been a rematch from Backlash. Cody win, it's a rematch from WrestleMania. So we're setting, and SummerSlam is their second biggest event of the year. It's the first year that SummerSlam is going to 2 nights similar to WrestleMania. So not a shock we're getting Cena and Cody. So we'll talk about it what happened in the main event. Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Rodriguez. Rhea Ripley wins as she should have. But
so you mean Catwoman against Catwoman?
Yes. Yeah, I enjoyed so much of that match. Yes. So by the way, we have our cameo. All right,
lady. You wanna talk? We're talking about Night of Champions.
Yes.
You have to talk into the microphone. Why are you? She's okay. She's talking weird. She might be possessed.
Hi.
How are you, Princess Leia?
Good.
All right. Well, did you watch King and Queen of the Ring? Did you watch Night of Champions? I should say. Did you watch WWE yesterday?
Yes.
What was your favorite match?
What? What was the best match? What do you think? What was the best match?
The Cody versus thing.
Cody versus Randy Orton?
Yeah, that thing.
Okay. Are you more of a Cody Rhodes fan or a Randy Orton fan?
I can't choose, but I was going for Randy Orton.
Okay. I was too. So that's fair. It's absolutely fair. All right.
Anna showed me a picture of Liv Morgan. She's out for 6 months.
Well, she had to have shoulder surgery, so that makes sense. Sense.
Dom
is actually out for a little bit due to injury as well. So we shall see. The Judgment Day is kind of banged up right now.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Hey, thank you so much for your help last week with the trivia night. You did a great job.
Welcome.
No.
All right. Say her bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I'm going to go eat my Dove Bar. Oh, by the way, me and my mother skipped 13 episodes of season 2 of One Tree Hill because since we've already watched it and we hate that part of the season because Haley leaves Nathan for Chris Keller. And then she comes back to Nathan at the very end of the season. And now we're on season 3, episode 1.
And Nathan is a vampire, right?
No.
All right, give me the thing.
I'm gonna go with my Dove Bar.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
All right, I need that.
Bye-bye.
Meow.
Yeah.
I think the only show I care less about than Grey's Anatomy is One Tree Hill.
Oh, dude, I thought about making the constellation with a couple of those people, but
At least Dawson's Creek had a good theme song. I remember One Tree Hill, and I gave it Sophia Bush, so thank you
this
for
is
that.
true. This is
So
true.
yes, there's that. Okay, all right. So Rhea Ripley defeated Raquel Rodriguez. No shocker there.
Yep.
Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. It was lovely to see Scarlett.
Mm.
They've got to do something with Karrion Kross. I mean, he's got a groundswell. It's not as big as LA Knight, but I mean, he gets a really strong reaction. So, but
in that whole match,
Yeah.
he looked like he just looked better than Sami Zayn.
he did.
I mean, he just looked like he was just kicking his ass. You
Yeah.
could just tell like he should have won that match.
Now, wrestling in the Middle East means a lot. Sammy is a very proud Muslim individual, and being overseas, being in the Middle East, that does mean a lot to Sammy. It's like, see, on some level, booking Sammy a win there, to no book him as Karrion Kross. I mean,
Yeah.
you could have booked, or that match, you could have done a variety of things there. I want to come back. There were some very interesting things that I picked up on the crowd a little bit. Solo Sikoa versus Jacob Fatu. We both picked Jacob to win this match. But I remember when I was texting you, I remember thinking that what could happen is if Solo loses to Jacob, that ends the story, versus if Jacob loses to Solo, but you gotta give Solo some type of advantage. And wouldn't that be a great time to debut? And I was thinking, shouldn't some of the Tongas be back from injury, or you could have in Hikuleo, which now, I don't know if you saw online, Brad, his name in WWE is now Tala, so it's basically Tall Tonga, but it's Tala, Talla, Tala Tonga. So you've got Tama Tonga, Tongaloa, and Tala Tonga. Okay.
Say that 5 times fast.
And they are 3 brothers, so you got to give them that. So, which at some point, maybe you see the storyline of the Usos and Solo versus the Tongans, maybe.
Dude, that'd be pretty cool.
It would, but you got to get Solo to be a babyface. I'm not sure if you can do that for a while. But we have a new United States champion, Jade versus Asuka. Again, the match that on one hand, I get why they go with Jade, but Asuka is so talented, and I personally would rather see Asuka versus Io Sky than Jade versus Tiffany, because I think this is going to be a bad match. There are a lot of botches in this match, and Asuka is really smooth. So if you botch with Asuka, Tiffany is really good, but I mean, there are very few that just have the smoothness that Asuka has in the ring, male or female competitors. So hopefully the SummerSlam match, honestly, between those two is kept short. And then the main event, Punk versus John Cena. No surprise, Cena wins, but again, his matches are so heavily booked at the end. There's always so much chaos. And it never involves the one person that we would think would come out, which would be the final boss. It's always everybody else. Rollins coming out makes sense, but all the other things with Penta and all that was just overly booked. But I think we get 1 or 2 more matches, at least PLEs, before he's a babyface again. Number 1, the pipe bomb that he gave Monday was fantastic. And yes, Punk Life was fantastic.
Yeah.
Punk Life, I mean, he had bars. Now, I don't know if someone wrote it for him, but he delivered it well.
So while we're talking about Cena, who is his final match? Is it The Rock?
No, I don't think The Rock's going to wrestle. I think if The Rock was going to wrestle, they would have gave us The Rock versus Roman this year. I think if The Rock had any intentions of wrestling or freedom in his schedule to wrestle, or can get insured to wrestle. I mean, there's a lot of different layers when you are the highest paid actor in the world. We're going to do anything that physically. And I think it would probably be a bad match. I mean, their first match was great. The second match, because it was supposed to be once in a lifetime, it just was not well received. And now they both are significantly older. I think Cena's final match, who would it be?
I figured it was going to be CM Punk.
I would have. So they've already given us. They've given us him versus Cody once. They're going to give us him versus Cody twice. They've already given us him versus Orton. So
It has to be another veteran. It's got to be an older guy. I mean, it's got to be somebody that makes sense. It'd be maybe Jay, or maybe not. Maybe it's gonna be Jay.
Maybe Jay. We've not heard. Maybe Brock. Maybe get Brock back for one more match. Who knows? But but there's a groundswell of his popularity. But here's the thing about the paper. Well, first off, let's do our typical. So, what was your favorite match?
My favorite match was this was a lackluster one for me.
It was. Yeah.
So I'm gonna go Cena Punk just because I liked the last week. I'm like their beef I didn't like at the beginning, but it ended up pretty good.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say Punk Cena, and even with everything, all the chaos that happened. But okay, Rollins, we need a name for your group.
Yes, and I think they need one more member. Whether I just feel like they need another male member of
or female.
Becky would make sense, obviously, for a lot of reasons. But I do think they need at least one more because they need someone that gets the rub, but also someone that can lose a lot. They're not going to have it be Braun Breaker. Bronson Reed has a lot of upside. I wouldn't job him out very much either. So you need someone, like in any, back when there was Legacy, it was typically Cody or Ted DiBiase that lost the fall. In the Bloodline, it was Solo Sikoa earlier on, or Jimmy Uso earlier on. So now, who is with this group? But we'll see. But you're right. They do need a name. It really need a name at this point. For me, I'll probably go with the Cena Punk match as well. I mean, I love the Zayn Cross match, and I could see the finish coming because they were setting up he's going to get a Haluva Kid and pin him, which was really unfortunate. But what was your least favorite match?
Jade and Asuka.
Okay. Yep. Just because it was again, I'm not trying to bury Jade Cargill at all. I mean, she's a phenomenal figure and can wrestle in the ring. It's just occasionally those things. And I've heard some people say she's a female Ultimate Warrior. She is not. But I think if she could give a better promo, that would help as well. But that's okay. They should have her. They should book her. They should book her as a female Brock. They should have her because they have her selling, I think, too much. If she was able to go in there and show off her power and her athleticism and win matches even against upper level talent, win matches in 5 minutes or less, that would cut. But when they try and give her elongated matches with lots of spots, it just doesn't work as well.
Yeah, she's definitely not ready to be on her own. She can't support herself. She needs a tag team partner.
Yep.
She's the best she's ever going to be is with Bianca Belair, unless they put her with somebody else, which maybe Judgment Day. I mean, because they're out somebody.
Yeah. And so right now, and I was telling Princess Leia right now, Liv is out for 6 months with a shoulder injury. Dom is out for not very long, but he's got an injury, so they're nursing. At some point, they're probably going to split Finn. That's why I was hoping maybe they could do a thing with. I really feel that Karrion Kross would make a good fit with the Judgment Day. You bring out a true valet in Scarlett as well, who could help out, and I think maybe we get that. But it's very similar. My least favorite match there. And then, did you have either a favorite moment or a moment that you really didn't like in the pay-per-view?
Not really, man.
Okay.
It was because there was a lot of botches all throughout. I mean, even Punk Cena, they were like, you could almost see them counting like in their mouths. It's just like
they were wrestling in slow motion. Like some of their counters, like there was this one spot. I don't know if you noticed it, but there was a one point where Punk like countered Cena's clothesline into a net breaker, and it was like you said, almost like ballroom dance. 1, 2, 3,
Yep.
4. 1, 2, 3.
And they even did a replay of it. You're like,
It's like you can see this, and I get Cena between Peacemaker. I think the next season of Peacemaker comes out here in just a few weeks.
yeah,
Between all the things, and you know he's told us he's going to retire. He's put in 25 years. Punk, took basically a decade off. So physically he hasn't had the, but he came up through the Indies, had a lot of really hardcore matches early part of their careers. But Punk we've seen with Drew, with different competitors, he can still go pretty hard. Cena, they're having to slow everything down, make sure they're not hurting him. He doesn't want to get hurt.
Yeah,
that's fine. So I hopefully they get the title off of him.
Yeah,
at SummerSlam, and then that turns into probably a confrontation with The Rock to start the babyface turn. But he'll have to fight someone else, and maybe who knows? Maybe it's Rollins. Maybe that's who we didn't mention. I don't know if Cena and Rollins have ever had, at least in recent memory, because as the Shield was going up, it was ascending. He was starting to step back. So maybe we get a Cena Rollins something. Maybe somehow he gets past Cody, and we get a Cena Rollins match with the case. But I
actually,
yeah.
What about Roman Reigns?
Had not thought about Roman Reigns. That would make the most sense.
What if Roman Reigns comes back for SummerSlam to fight John Cena?
Yes.
Well, it won't be SummerSlam, but
it makes the most sense.
You know what? I'm going to put my money. If Cody doesn't take, and actually, you know what? I don't want him to take it at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
I want a Cena Reigns match.
Yep.
I want Roman Reigns to take it.
Yes, that would make the most sense of when you think about even in, again, the title helps, but some type of Cena Reigns match makes the most sense there. All right. I will give them flowers again. Hikuleo, who is now going to be Tala Tonga, his debut, again, the idea of you had everything that's going to set up. They now have Solo has a family because they don't use the term bloodline anymore. He has a family with you've got one of Tonga's back. You've got JC Mateo. You've now got Hikuleo. He's got the U.S. title. Jacob can chase that for a little bit. And I'm saying it right now. Jacob's my pick for this year's Rumble. Jacob's my pick for
in Saudi Arabia.
In Saudi Arabia, yes.
Man. Okay. How do you feel about that?
I don't like it.
Me neither.
And again, this is. The WWE is an international company. TKO is an international company, multi-billion dollars, and wrestling is a universal, international, global sport. I consider it a sport. I get them doing shows, okay. However, this is one of your big 4 shows of the year. It is how you kick off It really is how you kick off your calendar year, because it's in January. It sets off the road to WrestleMania. It's all those things. It really sets up the majority of what your wrestling year is going to be about, and your core fandom will not be able to attend because it's not like it's in Canada. Okay, it's going to be in Saudi. Also, to be fair, not to judge anyone's culture, but can you imagine being one of those 30 women having to go out there? And remember, one of the things they talk about every year in the Rumble is someone setting their endurance record, right? So you typically have someone that goes 40, 45, sometimes an hour and head to toe, in those outfits that they have to wear to be respectful of culture. I do get that, but that is different wrestling. In fact, I'm looking at the times right now. So Rhea Ripley's and Raquel Rodriguez's match was 14 minutes. Jade and Asuka's match was 8 minutes and 35 seconds. It is much different wrestling for 15 minutes, 10 minutes, even a half hour, maybe. But that's also one-on-one versus a crowded ring. That would not be a desirable thing. I'm not sure I'm putting in who wins the women's one at this point. But again, mark my words, Jacob is my pick to win the Men's Royal Rumble this year.
I co-sign.
It'll be 2026. Okay.
And I'm really wanting a Jacob Fatu and a Jimmy Uso tag team.
Yes.
And we're going to get it.
Yes, we will. Also, before we move forward, did you happen to watch SmackDown? Oh, yeah, you would have because you saw the, we talked about Punk. a team that I think, and I hope it's not a one-off, Andrade and Ray Phoenix.
Dude,
They looked really good as a tag team.
correct. And
They looked really good as a tag team.
way better than Penta.
Yeah. See, Penta grows. I like Penta more than you, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But I think Penta has more upside as a single, just due to he has a little more charisma than his brother. His brother is much better in the ring, and then Andrade got to show what he does. Now Andrade and Johnny Gargano have a long history back when they were on NXT. They traded the NXT title, so they were definitely in there with people that they work well against. But that match looked phenomenal, and honestly, they have a really crowded mid card on SmackDown, so making them into a tag team to really help a tag team that I mean, yes, you got the Street Profits, you got the Wyatt Six, you got the Muscle Machine Guns, you have teams, but I really think you put Andrade and Ray Phoenix in there together, you can really and the crowd really responded, and that's where I want to end the wrestling is the crowd response.
Absolutely.
It was really interesting. Now, yes, this is an international crowd, so it's not the crowd that they perform in front of week in and week out. It's not a typical SmackDown or Raw crowd. However, Cody was not widely, there was not a lot. I mean, there were some mixtures when Cody won the match. He also kept calling Randy Orton and Jey Uso characters versus wrestlers. So it's almost like, is Cody being pushed down people's throats a little bit? Also, there was definitely some mixed response when Jade beat Asuka. So they have to be careful. And again, there's some crowds that are always going to be a little different. But I'll be careful of Jey Uso is very much the people's champion, the people's choice. And he lost to Gunther for Gunther to have a match against Goldberg. We all know Gunther's going to win. And then he lost to Cody for Cody to get a shot that Cody probably could have gotten without winning King of the Ring. So and people really they keep mentioning Orton's got 14 titles. Will he get 15? They keep putting CM Punk like, hey, he wants another title. At some point, they're going to have to pull the trigger on these. And honestly, have one of these guys, whether it's Punk or Orton, turn heel and just beat the hell out of Cody.
Yeah.
If not, they're going to start booing him. That's what happened in TNA, and that's what may happen here. Is he's a very likable guy, but if they feel that he just does the smile and the kiss and the baby thing too much, then that's gonna cause some pushback.
Agree. All right, man. Are you ready to get going in the nerd?
Let's do the damn thing, man. I'm hyped.
Tournament. Awesome. All right.
I'm calling my shot. I'm winning this week.
Okay.
I am so secure in my list. I am winning this week. Took time, research. I guarantee I'm winning this week.
Okay. Right. So you know what? I don't really want to say this because I'm a competitive man, but also, you know who my favorite character is.
I do. So
that's probably going to play against me a little bit because that one's going to be a hard one. All right. So if you don't know what the Nerd Again Tournament Awesome is, here's what it is. Each of us is going to create a top 10 list for the episode, a topic, right? So characters, superheroes, fictional characters with a color in their name. From the top 10, we're going to choose 8, and we're going to knock them all down with a 20-sided die, 1 and 11, 2, 20, or 2 and 12, whatever. All right, so we're going to place them up with the 20-sided dice, and then we're going to scratch 2 of them off. Progressing through the rounds, what we're going to do is we're going to test ourselves. With the order of our own list, we're going to verse ourselves, and we're going to have to make the tough choices for whatever reasoning that we give ourselves, okay, until we get down to 1. And then we're going to both do it. Once it's down to 1 and 1, we're going to have a quick conversation. We're going to debate a little bit who is going to be the better character. Now, that doesn't mean a fight, doesn't mean who's the better character that's going to fit this. And we can set stage for a fight if we need to, but I don't think we really really had to do that too much. So, Brian.
Yes, sir.
Are you ready for the Nerd Again Tournament of Awesome?
Yes, sir. And can I go first this week? Because I can't wait for you to hear my list.
You can absolutely go first. I'll be more than happy.
All right, sir. So this is what I did. So as we said, so the theme of this week's list are characters that have some type of color in their name. Red, blue, green, orange, whatever. All right.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing that we said, and they're fictional, from Marvel, from DC, from television, from literature, what have you. My 10, I have 5 from Marvel, 5 from DC, and I'm really proud of this list. And I think we may have only one overlap. And I don't know your full list. Now, we may have one name the same. I'm curious if it's the same character, though. All right. So with that, I'm gonna start off mine coming from the world of Marvel. I had to put him here from a sentimental standpoint. I'm going King T'Challa, the Black Panther. So where is he?
Number 8.
All right. Next up, one that I know you love, Booster Gold.
Oh, damn it. Okay, I did not. Okay, well,
Gold
from that
is a
reaction,
color.
guess who's not on my list?
I thought so. Okay.
All right, Booster Gold is your number 4.
Perfect. Now, jumping more into DC. He's an android. He's a wind god. He is the Red Tornado.
He almost made mine. All right, he is going to be your number 6, Red Tornado.
All right. Jumping over to the world of Marvel. Is she a mutant? Is she magical? She looks really good in the corset. We got the Scarlet Witch.
That is going to be, number 3.
Next up, you know what's going to happen. I got to put a Green Lantern on here. I'm going with John Stewart.
Okay. John Stewart is going to be your number 1.
Ha ha.
All right.
Now, if I got to go with the Green Lantern, I also got to go with the Black Lanterns. I'm going with Black Hand.
Black Hand, that's another good one, and that is going to be number 2. Another name that I almost put on my list, but I didn't because I thought of somebody else.
Well, you know what? Sometimes you only need one word, and that word is Shazam. I'm going with Black Adam.
Dang it. Okay. He's number 5.
Telling you, I feel good about my list.
Yeah, as you should.
All right, I'm going back over to Marvel. He is the king of the Inhumans, Blackagon, a.k.a. Black Bolt.
Dang it, that's a really good one.
Don't make him whisper.
All right, Black Bolt is number 9.
An obscure character.
But hang on a second. I have a character in there that can perfectly defend against Black Bolt.
Okay, we got to see the draw then.
So you got 7 and 10. You have 2 left here.
All right. He's an obscure character, but he is incredibly powerful. I'm going with the Blue Marvel.
The Blue Marvel is your number 7.
All right.
And he's a character that I thought about putting on there, but I ended up not doing it. All right. So who's your number 10?
And my number 10, who I think could take it all the way if he's not struck, he has the power cosmic, the Silver Surfer.
Okay. All right, so we have.
I just want a mic drop right now. I feel like I got you like 4 different ways. Go ahead.
So we have 3, almost 4 the same.
Okay. I bet the almost 4 you maybe have a different lantern than I do. Okay.
Yep, I do.
Okay.
Oh, all right, man. So here we go. I'm just gonna go ahead and start it. You got your dice ready?
Yes, sir. Let me get it pulled up.
Okay. Or do you want to do your strikes first? We'll go through my list and then
let's do your list first. Yep, let's do it.
Okay. You know what? I got to get my number 1.
Okay.
Going first, Green Arrow, Oliver Queen.
I was hoping you'll put in Green Arrow. Okay.
I almost didn't because I know I'm going to want to take him to the end.
Right. Yeah. My picks were all head, no heart. Like, other than Black Panther, my picks were all head, no heart. I figured you would go with your heart. All right, sir. What's next? Oh,
What
but
number
he's
is
your
it?
number one. I'm sorry, he's your number one.
All right. So Green Arrow. Okay. Next is how to get somebody from the Bat family. We have Red Hood.
Nice. Red Hood is your number 4.
Number 4, Red Hood. Okay, next. You got Jon Stewart. I knew you were, so I had to pick Hal Jordan.
Of course you
just
did.
because they have fought several times
Yes.
in the comics, and he's taken Jon Stewart, whether
Yes,
that's
he
right or
has.
wrong, or if Hal Jordan was parallax at the time. But still, I can make a case there.
I got
Hal
you.
Jordan.
He's your number 5.
Okay. Next, you have him because he's a cosmic badass motherfucker. I have him because he's a cosmic badass motherfucker. Silver Surfer.
Sure. So he's my 10. He is your number 2.
Number 2, Silver Surfer. Okay. Now, you have him. I have him. Black Panther.
Of course. Getting a bunch of re-rolls here.
All good. All good.
All right. Black Panther for you is number 6.
Number 6 for Black Panther. Okay. Now, here's one. I'm actually a little surprised it didn't end up on your list because this man is very, very, very powerful, and he looks really good in a beard. Gandalf the Grey. My defense to Black Bolt is Gandalf the Grey,
Darn.
because when he comes back, he's also Gandalf the White.
Oh, I was too stuck on Marvel and DC. He's your number 3, but wow, good pick. Excellent pick. And again, here's your number 3.
All right, now do you want me to take up 2 spots for Gandalf the Gray and White, or is it because they're both colors, but they're also
No,
the same
we're good.
person?
No, well, I count him as one.
Okay. Okay, so after that, another name that I'm surprised you didn't get, because man, he flies on that slide on that his glider pretty damn well. The Green Goblin.
Gobby's good, but I think given all the other things, I might go bigger there. But yeah, Gobby's a good pick. Gobby is, again, I'm getting all the re-rolls here with you.
Mm-hmm.
Gobby's going to be your number 7.
Okay. You have her because she's so freaking powerful. I have her because she's really freaking powerful. And she can erase all the mutants with just a couple of words. The Scarlet Witch.
All right, perfect. Scarlet Witch is going to be your 10.
All right, looks like I got 2 left.
Yep, 8 and 9.
8 and 9. All right, so this one here, I think I can counter just about anything you can throw at me with this. The Men in Black.
So, the entire MIB?
The MIB, the Men in Black.
All right. That is your number 8. So your last pick is number 9.
All right. And for my final, the Red Skull.
Nice. The evil super soldier.
The evil super soldier. Is he a god? I don't know.
We should do it.
All right.
A future battle should be super soldier, because you have super soldiers. I mean, you can make the argument that Deathstroke is a super soldier, Deadpool is a super soldier, obviously Cap is a super soldier, all the ones. Yeah. So.
Yeah. With Sergeant Rock, what do you think, Sergeant Rock?
I think you made that argument. Yeah. Yep. All right. So now we get to Finn. Okay, sir.
Okay.
Let me tell you right now.
So before I tell you my first number that I'm rolling for you,
yeah,
is there anybody that you do not want to lose?
I don't want to lose Silver Surfer, so no 10, and I don't want no 9 or 10. Silver Surfer and Black Bolt. Those are two I want to keep.
Okay, well, your first roll is a 9.
Is it really?
It is a 9. It's a 19, actually.
Okay, so I lost Black Bolt.
You lost Black Bulls.
Yes.
You lost Black Bull. But that's all right. That's all right. You still have Silver Surfer, but I still have Silver Surfer. I have Silver Surfer as well.
All right.
Okay, next. Okay. You are also losing your number 5, Black Adam.
Okay, I can live with that.
No, it was the Rock version of him anyway.
It was, right?
Okay.
So, yeah. All right. So my turn to roll for you. Similarly, is there any that you just flat out don't want to lose?
You know, I do and I don't. In one instance, if you strike out Green Arrow, it'll probably give me better chances to win.
Okay.
But all right, just do it. Just do it.
Right.
I don't want to lose Gandalf.
So first one, you're losing 6 Black Panther.
Okay.
And then you're losing 10 Scarlet Witch.
Ouch. Ouch. That one hurts. All right, so your team is John Stewart, the Green Lantern, Black Hand, Scarlet Witch, Booster Gold, Red Tornado, Blue Marvel, Black Panther, and Silver Surfer. And you can
go ahead.
you can go over mine.
Yep, your list is Green Arrow, Silver Surfer, Gandalf the Gray/White, Red Hood, Green Lantern Hal Jordan version, the Green Goblin, the entirety of the MIB. That also means you got to take Thor. So good luck with that. Thor without the hammer. And Tommy Lee Jones, who looked like half a raisin by the time the last movie came out. And
it's a California raisin.
And then the Red Skull. Which Red Skull though? Are we talking? Okay, I'm about to say, are we talking the weird floating head who goes, who throw people off what does it cost? Everything. Okay. All right. The fact they couldn't get him back even as a voice actor, I was like, wow. Okay, that kind of took it down another path. All right, sir.
And that's actually the entire reason I got Gandalf on there. Because I was thinking, because I got Red Skull, I'm like, oh, okay, what do I need? And then they go like, oh, Lord of the Rings, and I'm like, then that's how I connected. And I'm like, ooh, Gandalf the Grey.
Good point.
Yeah.
All right. Which what we didn't do then that neither one of us thought to do? Why not with MIB? Why didn't we either want to fit the Green Lantern Corps?
We could have done the Green Lantern Corps. We could have done the Yellow Lanterns.
Yes.
The Black Lanterns. And you could have got Batman in there.
Yes.
Because we're idiots.
Wow, okay. This is why we do these, folks, because of the funness of it. All right. So I got to go my verses as we go down. So first one, the way I'm reading my list is
Green Lantern versus the Black Hand. Brian, who's going to win between John Stewart, the Green Lantern, the Architect, or the Marine? I would probably go with the Marine because I think that's my headcanon more is a Marine.
Yep. Versus the Black Hand.
Yep.
Okay. Well,
there is a right answer here.
There is a right answer.
And you really don't want to do it.
Right. But, okay, I got to go because I trust the rest of my picks. I'm going to eliminate Black Hand because I'm getting John Stewart at least through one round.
Well, that and John Stewart already defeated Black Hand in the comics. So, I mean, that's kind of there. Okay. This one should be a pretty easy one for you. You got Scarlet Witch versus Booster Gold.
Scarlet Witch, absolutely. Booster will be too busy flirting.
Correct. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. And then she probably destroys Skeet. So, yeah. All right.
Right?
All right, so Booster's out, keeping Wanda.
This one's a tough one. Red Tornado versus Blue Marvel.
Oh, Blue Marvel wins. All
right, so he's taking out the android.
He just takes him apart.
Is Tomorrow is the creator of Red Tornado, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. T.O. Morrow is Yep,
and then final round, Black Panther versus the Silver Surfer.
I love the Black Panther so much, but again, R.I.P. to Chadwick, and if he went up against the Silver Surfer, probably R.I.P. to the Black Panther. But Silver Surfer, the Pirate Cosmic, he's obviously taking that one. Okay.
This brings up a solid good point. All right, Brian, I must ask you, in what comic does Mr. Fantastic have a mustache? I can't get over it, dude. I cannot get over Pedro Pascal being mustached. Reed Richards. It doesn't feel right. I don't know. I am not as excited for Fantastic Four as I should be, and I feel ashamed here.
I felt they had the perfect casting for Mr. Fantastic when they did Multiverse of Madness.
Mm-hmm. John Krasinski.
That was the perfect. And who knows? You don't know about shooting scale. I mean, there's a lot that goes into it.
Yeah.
This is meant to be a long project.
You're Pedro Pascal.
Yeah. It's also paid to, but I was thinking if you get Johnny, you get Emily Blunt as Invisible Woman. I mean, I think that was there are already a couple.
I'm excited about Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm. I mean, like that's
true. I'm excited for The Thing. I forget his name from the bear who's playing The Thing.
Yeah,
but I really think that's good because that's what the commission had the voice of it, but it just didn't. The movie just didn't pull it. That of all the, and we'll jump back into it. We've touched this what the Fantastic Four has had good potential, but they just not had the right script. I think if you had, I mean, the first one I think had fantastic casting. And I think, I mean, they had Chris Evans, had Jessica Alba. Again, you had the commissions, The Thing. I'm forgetting the gentleman who played Mr. Fantastic. It's
Brian Brufeld or something like that.
Fantastic British actor. And obviously, I think they had the best Doctor Doom, barring seeing Robert Downey Jr. as Doom. In the original thing. Well, and to the most recent real. The first big budget Fantastic, but that horrible Abomination had back in the day. But the script just wasn't there. I think this, and again, obviously this is going to be the lynch point. We already know from seeing, with seeing Thunderbolts where this is heading. So to see how they get there, and we're actually getting Galactus and an actual Galactus. I am waiting to see the internet trolls hating on a female Silver Surfer, but you know what? Galactus has had multiple heralds, and some of them have been female. Yeah. So why not? Okay.
I don't really care about that. It's still Silver Surfer. It is what it is, man. But yeah. Okay. Cool.
Okay. All right. So my next round is gonna be Jon Stewart versus Scarlet Witch.
Yes.
She will just hex magic the ring away from him, and that'll be a quick one. So we're going to eliminate him.
All right. This is me. Blue Marvel. Just 1 second. I got to do.
You got to.
So let's go on to. Okay, so you got Scarlet Witch versus Blue Marvel. Or I'm sorry, you got Blue Marvel versus Silver Surfer.
You know what? Silver Surfer is my pick, 100%. I think he's going to take it, but I also know he's on your side of the draw as well. See what we get. So now we got Surfer versus Scarlet Witch.
Yep.
At this, you know what though? He will defeat her, but he'll do it in a very kind and loving way. And maybe he gets over Shambhala, whatever the heck her name was, and he actually dates Wanda. Because you can make an argument. She likes the really cold, metallic men, right? So maybe that's true. What happens is we get a. Could you imagine a Silver Surfer Wanda Maximoff baby?
I mean, the world can't. I mean, man, that would definitely be able to take out Galactus.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Maybe America shows up. Maybe American Showers go like, no. No, I see when the story goes out. But on my side of the draw, I got Silver Surfer taking it. All right.
Okay. All right, dude.
So your first one, head versus heart. Ollie Quinn versus the Surfer. Go with your head. Go with your heart. Go with your heart.
I can't. I don't believe I'm going to be taking out Green Arrow. I don't believe Green Arrow can take the Silver Surfer. Green Arrow is not a monster.
Professional wrestler. He can do a moonsault. I'm telling you, Green Arrow can take out the Silver Surfer.
All right, I'm taking out Green Arrow.
All right, okay.
I'm scratching him. But as much as that one hurts, I will be taking. I'm going to take Silver Surfer.
All right. So now we got Gandalf the Grey / Gandalf the White taking on the Red Hood.
Oh, that one's easy. That one's gonna be Gandalf all day.
All right, next up for you, Hal Jordan versus Green Goblin. That's going to be interesting.
Ooh, you know what? I'm taking Hal Jordan.
All right.
Okay.
Then we've got the entirety of the MIB taking on Red Skull, Hydra, all the minions in the world. This will be interesting because I could actually see this. You could see Red Skull's organization versus MIB.
Hydra versus Men in Black.
Yes.
And they both are known to have these weapons, you know.
Right.
Right.
But I would always take the tenor of the books and the source material of, and a true knockdown, drag out battle, the MIB. So you got a group with a talking pug versus a group of Nazis.
You know what? Just on face alone, I cannot let the Nazis go forward. So I'm gonna give that the MIB. You know what? My chances are a little bit worse, but that's okay. That's okay.
Plus, you've got, but is Will Smith gonna dance at the end of the battle? That's the real question.
This is true. It all depends if you got his wife's name in your mouth.
Yes. By the way, that theme song talk about a banger. That was such a good song,
man.
Wow. Yes,
he needs to rap more.
He does. He needs
a song that says "Get my wife's name out your mouth."
Right. So Will Smith, if you're listening, we know you are. More rapping, less slapping. Bars. Okay.
Hey, what kind of music do tortillas like to listen to?
Oh, what?
Rap.
I heard this one last night from a 6-year-old. How does a tree get on the internet?
I don't know how.
They log in.
I like it.
All right.
I like it.
Silver Surfer versus Red Hood.
Silver Surfer versus Gandalf.
Oh, my bad.
Yep.
Oh, shoot. I did yours backwards. Yeah, I took out Gandalf and I meant to take out Surfer.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
This
Gandalf
is a
back
tough
in, taking out Red Hood.
one. Because Gandalf is such a powerful being.
Yes.
But he's very, very empathetic and human.
But he's an angel. He literally is a fallen angel. That is who Gandalf is at his origin.
You know what? I can see.
I'm not sure which way you go on this. This is tough.
Yeah, I can see it going both ways. I can see it in a way where the Silver Surfer is coming to Middle Earth.
And if you're Ian McClellan, I think you actually do. So.
Right? He would have been a good voice for Silver Surfer.
He would.
Man. But it's that board. Could Gandalf, the gray or white, get the Silver Surfer off the board? And I think he probably could, but I also think he would try to reason with the Silver Surfer, and the Silver Surfer would do what he needs to do. So I'm going to take out Gandalf in this.
Okay. I was also going to say, does it make a difference? Are we talking Surfer that is free from Galactus control or Surfer that is still under Galactus control?
Because that is a big difference, and I guess we neither one of us really talked about it, but
Surfer under Galactus control has no empathy. He just does what he's got to do.
Correct. Yeah, he doesn't have a choice.
He's fed him countless worlds, so he's killed billions upon billions. So
yeah. So we're gonna stick with the Surfer, but that's a good point.
So now we got Green Lantern taking on the MIB. What is the MIB? Yeah, again, right in my head right now. Okay. Now this would have been okay. So I know it's Hal Jordan versus MIB, but if we switch this to the MIB versus the actual Lantern Corps, who would you pick?
This is going to be easy. This is going to be Hal Jordan, the Green Lantern, just because he's got all the willpower in the world. Okay. And here's the thing. With the Green Lantern Corps, he knows of all the different species.
Sure.
He knows of all the weapons. He knows all these things.
Yep.
So this is easily going to go to Hal Jordan.
Here's the other thing that we also didn't think about. Yes, if you get the MIB, you get Will Smith, you get Tommy Lee Jones, you get Liam Hemsworth, you also get Nick Cannon. And if
I
there's a
mean,
reason,
he reproduces pretty quick. So I mean, there's
right?
that.
You also get, R.I.P. You also get Michael Jackson. So
This is
if you taking the entirety of the MIB, I think you're. I think Hal's got him.
Yeah.
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 Okay. All right. So then that's gonna give us. This could be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Surfer versus Green Lantern.
You know what? For this,
Yeah.
I'm going to go Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern on this one. I am going to take it out. I'm going to take because he has the willpower that he's not going to stop. He's not going to stop until he can take out. I think the willpower and the Emerald Light is going to be stronger than what the Cosmic Silver Surfer can do.
Okay.
This surprises me. This one does surprise me, and this might be the wrong decision here.
I think it's the wrong decision because here's my counterpoint. Because remember, Surfer won my bracket.
Yeah.
So I get your point for your bracket. Here's my one counterpoint why I think Surfer takes it. The Silver Surfer, regardless if whether he's under Galactus control or not, remember he doesn't have to eat, sleep. He does not get tired. The power battery lasts for 24 hours.
That's true.
He could fly around. He could extend the battle. He could make it to the point that Jordan's power battery just wears the ring just runs out of power. He would, and that he could just do it simply that way. And Hal Jordan, at the end of the day, with all the willpower in the world, the best of the lanterns, which I still say John Stewart's a better lantern, but that's
I agree. I do agree that.
I think Hal Jordan is one of the best of us, but Silver Surfer, I think, just outlasts him. It's still a person versus a person.
And you know what?
Cosmic being.
I will agree. Your point is made. I definitely think Silver Surfer bringing in that point. I didn't think it through. That's good though. That's good. So with that, I know I think we even did a full episode of what the Green Lantern Corps would be like in Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
And do you think there's a world where Norad,
Norad,
thank you, would be worthy, would have enough willpower to be a Lantern?
Absolutely, because if you go back to the initial comics of Surfer, number one, remember he willingly he's one of the few heralds that willingly sacrifices himself to Galactus, and even under Galactus's influence, he tries to steer towards less inhabited worlds. Mm-hmm. So given that, and the only thing that really overpowers his own will, his goodness, his moral compass is remember, Galactus is literally the old universe brought into this universe, right? That's what bears out. We're getting really nerd deep now. So given that one of the constants that has to exist in our universe, just like death, just like eternity, is Galactus, if that is one of the few things that can overpower the will of Norad, he'd make a hell of a Green Lantern.
Yeah, I agree, man. All right, dude. So that was fun. That was a lot of fun. And
that was my victory. And I called it. You
did call it. And you've won this episode. So, man, this is your night, buddy. This is your night. All right, so
play some games.
It's time for some games. You want to go first or me to go first?
I'll go first. Okay. So, since this is we have a bunch of color things talking about characters, what I have for you is a same movie, different character. And in this one, I use the plot of a movie, but when looking at the character, at least the main characters, I use other characters that they played in their filmography, but the overall plot remains the same.
Okay.
So, Bradley, this movie, I will give you a hint. The title of this movie includes a color. The title of the movie includes a color. And let's see if you can get this week's same movie, different characters. Okay. Here we go. Bond. James Bond moves from the MI6 to the Russian Navy in an attempt to prove that there can be only one. Given orders by Mustafa, the Shadow seeks to understand what evil lurks in the hearts of men. Along the way, he encounters Ferris Bueller's Principal, Thor's Bestie, and yes, even Dr. Frankenfurter, as he completes an impossible mission and establishes a brave new world.
Red Dawn.
What is it?
Red Dawn.
No, close though.
Ooh.
Close. I'll give you a hint. You have the right color. You have
Okay.
the right color. So I'll do it again. Bond. James Bond moves from N-16 to the Russian Navy in an attempt to prove that there can be only one. Given orders by Mufasa, the Shadow seeks to understand what evil lurks in the hearts of men. Along the way, he encounters Ferris Bueller's Principal, Thor's Bestie, and even Dr. Frankenfurter as he completes an impossible mission and establishes a brave new world. So Brave New World should give you a hint with the whole red idea. But you're right. You have the right color. So that is the main that the color red is in the title.
Mm. Man. Oh, you wait, Bond. Oh, okay.
All right. Do you know it now?
And you the Russian. Okay.
Yep.
Matches. Okay. They're the
You're there.
Hunt for Red October.
You got it. Hunt for Red October.
Whew.
All right. So
And
here it
Alec
is.
Baldwin is Alec Baldwin and
Is
Sean
the-
Connery.
Yep. So Alec Baldwin, who famously was James Bond, is the star of the movie, and from Instant to the Russian Navy. Alec Baldwin played the Shadow. James Earl Jones actually plays the head of the CIA, who also famously was Mufasa. And just different folks, a part of the Russian Navy is Jeffrey Jones, who played Ferris Bueller's Principal, Stellan Skarsgård, who plays Thor's Bestie, Eric in the Marvel movies, and our boy Tim Curry, Dr. Frankenfurter.
Yes.
Dude, I found this out. I was researching this. Tim Curry actually had a stroke in 2012, so he only does voice acting because he uses a wheelchair now.
Oh, I did not know that.
He is in his 70s. He still does a lot of voice acting, but due to using the chair, he doesn't do any screen acting anymore. It's all voice acting. So just heads up. But Tim Curry's still with us. All right.
That's good.
All right. You got a consolation for me, sir.
I got a consolation for you. Okay, man. This one might be a little rough for you.
They always are rough. I think I'm over the last three. So, well, no, I think I got one last week. So last time, yeah.
Kaylee wanted me to go do Chad Michael Murray and Rachel McAdams.
Why?
But I didn't.
Thank you.
Okay. But so what I want to do is there's two big movies that came out this week.
Okay.
We have F1 the movie, and we have Megan 2.0. So Brian, today's constellation, I need you to connect Brad Pitt.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a good one to Allison Williams.
All right. Brad Pitt to Allison Williams. Okay.
Oh, and by the way, I can do it in two. I got
you can
two
do it
stars.
in two.
2 stars.
Okay. Meaning 2 stars between them, though, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. All right. Let me think a little bit. This is a good one. Okay. So trying to think of everything. I mean, the hard part is Brad Pitt has been in every movie under the sun. So that gives me like.
Yeah, I'm sure there's more than one way to do it.
Yeah. So part of me is like, okay, what ways can I connect the two of them? Let's see here. No, it's not that. Got my movies messed with me. I thought I had it, then I realized I was in the wrong movie. Okay, hang on. I thought I had it using Stephen Root, but he's not in. But I had movies mixed up. Okay. This is a good one. I'm trying to do it in the two. That's the thing. You may have me here. I'm thinking. I'm struggling here. Go for it. I'm tapping out.
Okay. Do you want a hint?
No, just get that one.
Okay. All right. So here it is. Allison Williams.
Yeah.
Starred in the movie Get Out in 2017.
Yeah.
With Catherine Keener.
Okay.
Catherine Keener starred in a movie in 2005 with Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Okay.
Called Capote.
Oh, okay.
Philip Seymour Hoffman starred in Moneyball with Brad Pitt.
Nice. Very good job.
All right.
By the way, he was so good. In RP to Philip Seymour Hoffman, he was so good as Art Howe. I'm a huge football fan, but my first love was baseball, so I just love that movie so much. All right, man. Nice one. Are you ready for an honest ad?
I am ready for the honest ad.
So since we did a lot of color, I figured I would share while he didn't make my list, I would share my favorite green colored character. And it's not Green Arrow. It's not Green Lantern. It is not even the Spectre. It is Luigi from Mario Brothers. So here is my honest ad for Luigi. Born in 1983 as part of the Nintendo team, this character has become more than just his brother with a green color scheme. Plumber, warrior, and hero of his own, the story of Luigi has only grown and grown. He can save a princess and drive a cart. He's taller than Toadstool and at least twice as smart. He's battled all the villains from King Koopa to Bowser, and in his spare time, he hides magic mushrooms in his trousers. At the end of the day, Luigi's my favorite, even over Wario. One last question. Is his last name Mario? My honest ad for Luigi from the Mario Brothers.
Oh, well done, man. All right, man. Do you got a better than us human of the week?
I've got three. So number one is, thanks to you mentioning it, we got to give flowers to Mel Brooks. Happy birthday, Mel Brooks.
That's mine.
Whether we're talking young Frankenstein, and of course Spaceballs, which is always up there, one of our absolute favorite movies. Thank you, Mel Brooks, for being that. And then a couple of birthdays in the family. Brendan and Bentley and my son Brendan both have birthdays in the last few days. So boys, love you very much. And those are my better than us humans of the week.
Yep, June is definitely the birthday month. My better than us human is Mel Brooks. Almost said Mel Gibson. Mel Brooks. Leia just had a birthday. She is a fresh 13-year-old.
Yes. 14. I'm going to keep pushing to 14 till next year. 14.
There we go. All right, man. If you want to support us, check us out on Buy Me a Coffee or Patreon, or just share the show. just share the show with someone you want to make it a little more awesome. All right, Brian, where can we find you, buddy?
All right, as always, you can find me on the Book of Faces at Brian Steven. That's what the S actually stands for. Give me a like, give me a follow, give me a friend request. I try to get my page funny and occasionally weird.
I love it. All right. And friendship is like peeing on yourself. Everyone can see it, but only you get the warm feeling that it brings. Remember, every time you feel stupid, you just got a little bit smarter. And by the way, squirrels' cheeks are also their nut sacks. All right, guys. So bye-bye. We'll talk to you next week.
Bye-bye.